Okay, so today we'll be talking about the tweezer top and the tweezer bottom candle patterns. And just like the name implies, right? When you say something is at the top, you're most likely looking to do what? To sell. Because when something is at, excuse me, and something is at the top, can you hear me now? Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
like I was saying, when something is at the top, of course, it gives you an higher advantage to sell because what's our goal? We want to sell at the top. And of course, when it's at the bottom, you want to buy low. So the tweezer top and the tweezer bottom are both buy and sell candle patterns. Write this down. The tweezer pattern, or you can say the tweezer candle pattern, is a candle formation that consists of two different candles. Two different candles. Full stop. Line
Yes,
one.
ma'am.
Okay, so let's now pick the first one. Let's use the tweezer top. The tweezer top. Are we there?
Yes, ma'am.
The tweezer top candle pattern, tweezer top candle patterns contains two different candlesticks, comma, and it is regarded as a bearish reversal signal. As a bearish reversal signal. That lets us know that the sellers are taking over the market. That lets us know the sellers are taking over the market. Full stop. Can I go on?
Yes.
The first candle is always a buy candle or a bullish candle. You know, bullish still means buy. The first candle in this formation is always a buy candle. The first candle is a buy candle, comma, while the second candle is always a sell candle. First up, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
For this candle formation, for this candle formation to be can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
For this candle to be considered as a reversal signal, comma, if it occurs if it occurs around the resistance zone, Kemi, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the last thing you wrote?
If it occurs around the resistance zone,
In an uptrend, in an uptrend, comma, a show came into the market was
that came into the market.
and push the prices lower than the opening price of the bullish candle.
All right.
Sell when combined with other factors. We can
And in this case, it should.
sell when combined with other factors. We can sell. This is what we're trying to say. Look at the screen. You know, candle, let's say like this candle, probably it's a clean shaven candle safe. It's not even having wicks, right? So without this wick, you are still having assurance that the thing wick tells you is that sellers are in the market, true or false, when you see that on the buy candle. So but
Yes.
instead of 6 weeks and after a big momentum, the next candle, instead of being a buy candle, you just see it just forms a sell candle straight that follows immediately after this buy candle. But what you notice is, a buy candle opens at the bottom, true or false?
True.
That sell candle that comes after it will close right either at the same price where this candle opened from or below it. So it's like saying it swallowed every move up this market made with this candle. The sell reversed it. It's like saying you started at 1, I return you back to 1. If you started at 1, you move from 1 to 10. Then I came from 10 and pushed you back to 1. What it means is you don't have strength, is it not? You don't have impact. because I return you back to where you were coming from. So there's every probability that I'm stronger than you now. So this happening shows that, oh, sellers are now present very strongly. That's why we're able to push this market back, as shown on the next sell candle that comes in. So in this case, it's not going to be an engulfing. Remember, engulfing will go below this. Hope you know. You know, engulfing will swallow the whole of this. But this is most likely the same opening price, the same size. So it's like saying where you started from and back there. So this is also a sell indication, especially, remember I told you when you trade it alongside the trend. So let's say you were in a downtrend, right? In a downtrend, you're always looking to sell, is it not, around the resistance? But let's say the market was doing a pie pullback and it suddenly buys into that resistance zone or your trend line area, that's your upper trend line where you want to sell, right? If it comes into that sell zone and this kind of candle pattern occurs, this tweezer top, you won't be saying, oh, I'm waiting for an engulfing because I didn't see an engulfing, I didn't join the sell. Oh, I'm waiting for a pin back. Do you understand? This already gave you the signal you were also looking for. You get the point now. So in this case, you could also enter the sell on the close of the sell candle. That's the trigger you needed. Is it making sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So write this down. How do you trade it? How to trade it? Note. Never trade candlesticks pattern alone themselves. Never trade them alone themselves. That's the number one thing you want to know. Have you written that?
Yes, ma'am.
So right, one. If seen in a downtrend, if this pattern occurs around a resistance area in a downtrend, if this pattern occurs around the resistance area in a downtrend, comma, take it as a sell entry signal. Take it as a sell entry signal.
Done.
Okay. Notes. If seen in an uptrend, what do you think it will be in an uptrend? If seen in the concept of an uptrend.
A reversal.
Or
Um, a short pullback.
good, the beginning of a pullback. So it doesn't mean just because you see in an uptrend, it could be the reversal. Remember, I've told you any pattern that is against the trend could just be the pullback move. Always remember that. So write it down. If seen in the concept of an uptrend, then it could just be the beginning of the pullback move. Could be the beginning of the pullback move, comma. But if strong enough, could lead to a reversal. Put it that way. Could be the beginning of a pullback move in an uptrend, or it could lead to a reversal. Full stop.
Done.
Okay. So that's about tweezer top. Now let's go to tweezer bottom. The tweezer bottom is a bullish candle pattern. It's a bullish candle pattern, comma, that contains two candles. That contains two candles, comma, where the first candle is a sell candle. Where the first candle is a sell candle.
Okay.
And the first candle is a sell candle that shows the sellers were still in the market. Have you written? Hmm?
Yes, I have.
Followed by a buy candle. Followed by a buy candle. Followed by a buy candle that shows the presence of buyers taking over the market. That shows the presence of buyers taking over the market. Full stops. Have you written that? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I have.
Note for the tweezer bottom. For the tweezer bottom pattern to be valid, the buy candle must close at exactly the opening price of the sell candle. At exactly the opening price of the sell candle, or above it. Full stop.
Okay.
So what I hope you understand what we mean by that. In this scenario, it's not enough to just, there are some situations that it has to get to the opening price of that candle, or it could just be almost. Do you understand? Like sometimes it can pass it a little bit. If it passes it too much, that becomes an engulfing pattern, which is much, much stronger. But sometimes it will just get to the same opening price, or better still, just buy a little. Sometimes you'll see some guys, you'll say, you're like, I'm not sure this one is an engulfing because it's not looking as big as you want. Have you ever come across such kind of patterns? Hmm?
Yes, definitely.
So,
Many times.
so in most cases, that's what you have. You're having a tweezer top or a tweezer bottom candle. So in this case, now in the scenario of the tweezer bottom, the sell candle comes first. That sell candle lets you know that, oh, sellers were still in the market, followed by the buy candle, which is always the one that takes over. But like I told you, it's always better. Trade it, how to trade it also. Right now, it's better you trade it alongside an uptrend. Since it's a buy signal, you want to buy in an uptrend. So, right. When seen around a support area in the concept of an uptrend, are you there?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It can be used as a buy signal.
Waiting.
Stop. So that's just the only. It's not a complicated pattern. Very simple. Do you understand? So what you want to go and do now? Follow the description. Go on the charts. Look at those zones. Remember, I told you you don't just look for a candle pattern anywhere on the charts. No. And it's risky to just go and be saying, oh, I saw a double top, I'm selling. Oh, I saw a double bottom, I'm buying. No. Every candle pattern you use has to have other things in consideration. What's your trend? You max out the trend. Oh, this is the zone I want to buy. So in that zone where you now see these signals, it tells you buy or sell. Are we together?
Yeah.
So I'm past like I told you, I don't trade it. I use other patterns for my entry, but it doesn't mean any other person cannot trade them. So the assignment I'm going to give you on this is you're going to go on the chart, look for 4 Tweezer tops, circle it and send it to me. Then 4 Tweezer bottom candles entry signals, circle it and also send to me. If you played out, right, played out. If you did not, also you know what to put a field and also send it. So any question, Mr. Femi?
No, not
That's a top.
not for now. Um when are we going to conclude the whole training?
The old training, or you mean on candle pattern? Let me stop recording.